It's about that time.
Surely is.
Let's go.
All right.
It's the truth about a boss.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's
Hola,
your,
gente.
that's right. It's your girl B Brown, the revolutionary.
And Sunshine, La Reina.
All right, and today is August the 23rd, 2022, and we are back with another episode. We got a lot of juicy topics, honey, and we about to come through the door with everything that we know to let y'all know what's popping in the world today,
As we always do.
as we always do. So, seems like it's about time for what? The intro?
Seems about right.
All right, let's do it.
You live from Facebook and YouTube. No, really. Have you told your friends? It's Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022, and we are coming at you live from Facebook and YouTube. No, really. Have you told your friends? A man from Pennsylvania was trying to sell body parts on Facebook. A man from California has been granted parole after 46 years in prison, and you'll never guess why. Tiana Wallace, yeah, that's right, Biggie's daughter, posted her man's $1 million prize. Someone had the audacity to try to steal Asian Doll's chain, or Quando was involved in a shooting at La Cienega and Beverly Boulevard. Tevin Campbell has some shocking news to give to us. D. Wade is looking to legally change the gender of his daughter Zaya. And a Christian school in Florida had the audacity to turn away gay and transgender children. I'm over it. You ready? Cause you know I'm ready. Okay, let's talk about it.
All
Low
right,
key
all right,
fire.
all right.
Low key fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Low key fire. I like that. I like that. I do.
Thank you, thank you. That is produced by yours truly, Roxy the Boss.
Okay,
Okay.
boys. I see you. I see.
Mhm. 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 Uh-huh. All right, y'all. So, we want to give a shout out to Miss Bobby Moon. She's always in the building. Happy Tuesday to you, Miss Bobby.
I miss Bobby.
How are you today? Yes, yes, yes. Well, as you can see, we have plenty of juicy topics. That's always a shocker and a nerve wracker, honey. These
Yeah.
people, Sunshine, do they not be doing the most? You tell me.
Merch. To merch is what they
Yeah,
be. Yes.
yeah. So let's go right ahead and get this thing started and get this quote right now with our first topic. Man tries to sell body parts on Facebook. Bless it. Bless it. Bless it.
Ready
Bless it.
to go right now. I'm ready to go right now.
I know, right? Like it's already about that time. So let's get into this story. Sunshine, you wanna touch this topic right quick while I pull up a little something for the people.
So a man, and it's always in Pennsylvania. Just know I'm from Philadelphia, not Pennsylvania, because they weird sometimes. So he was trying to buy body parts to sell on Facebook. Now this man, he has this kind of oddities kind of shop where they buy and sell odd things. Like he had a bag of skulls in his shop, some femur bones, things like that. So he went to this what do they call those schools? Those the where they get the body parts, things like that from? Those medical schools.
Like a mortuary.
Yeah, like a mortuary. Like that's
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, just like a mortuary. So he thought he was buying legal body parts from this woman, and he really and truly wasn't. So what he was going to do with said body parts, besides sell them on Facebook, I mean, he looks like he sells body parts online.
Now, I don't like to judge people, but he really do. He really do.
He he looked kind of scary.
Yeah, he
Just
look a little scary like Mary.
now, the thing of it is, the police didn't know if it were actually illegal what he did, or if it was legal what he did. So it took him a little second. Now he wasn't charged with anything, but he
Hmm.
for yeah. I didn't know that you could do that on Facebook. I didn't know that was
Me,
a marketing option.
me either. And he is being charged with abuse of a corpse, receiving stolen property, and dealing in proceeds of unlawful activities. And the police received a call for suspicious activity, and the investigation was conducted, and it determined that Jeremy Pauley of Enola was purchasing human parts from a female in Arkansas. Human remains were located in Enola, Arkansas, and Scranton. Those humans' remains were being sold on Facebook for monetary gain, and he was arrested and released on a $50,000 unsecured bond. A preliminary hearing was scheduled before MDJ Sanderson. So, and this happened August 18th at 11:39 a.m. And this was courtesy of Cumberland Crime Watch, Pennsylvania. So, yeah, it's going down.
Now I searched him up on Facebook, and you would think that more people would be a little bit appalled by what he had done. But there were some people that were like, what he did wasn't illegal. He provides a service and it's not wrong what he did. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, you trying to sell body parts online. But like, I don't know what your rationale is and why you need human body parts, sir, ma'am. However, that wasn't the avenue to go. It wasn't.
And he was going to pay this woman $4,000 for the body parts through Facebook. Mind you, she works at a mortuary and she stole the body parts. So she
Yeah.
was definitely out of whack. Yeah, she was definitely out of whack.
And I bet
So,
it the time neither.
and yes, the Grand Wonder Camera
Yes.
um, is the market that is used to buy strange, curious, and unique things.
Like,
So, and they also got a link to a website.
how I'm just why are you purchasing body parts? What are you doing with these body parts?
Well,
Why these body parts?
you got to know that people will buy pretty much anything in America, and I'm gonna just say around the world. Okay,
These are
so
facts. These are facts.
these are facts.
Why?
Oh, I wish I knew. I really wish I knew, but that's the world we live in. That's
Unfortunately. Um,
unfortunately. So I want to give a shout out to Taylor Rain. She's in the building. Hey, lady.
hey,
She
hey.
says. I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's in the building. She says good evening.
Good evening.
Um, I want to give a shout out to Creeper. He said this is crazy.
It's beyond crazy.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to T Hale. She is watching. And Taylor said only 50K. Like
Yes.
only 50K.
Like these folks thinking
Yeah.
they have a funeral with somebody's whole body, they're missing an arm and a leg and a kidney. Like, come on, bro. Come on, what's wrong with you? For what?
Yeah. And Coco Miko said, some people really do eat humans, right?
You know what? Bed. We've been here 5 minutes, and I'm going where to
No,
bed.
it ain't time yet. Now it's too early.
I gotta go. I got.
It's too early. Yeah,
Yeah, folks.
yeah.
No, your name is not Hannibal Lecter. This is not Silence of the Lambs. We are not partaking of the cannibalism. No, I
No.
can't. Not at all.
Well, if you think that is crazy, let's scurry on to the next topic and let's talk about man that buried children alive is now on parole.
Yes.
So this is another crazy story, but we definitely have to bring these things to the forefront. Um, Sunshine, you want to tell them about what happened so I can pull up the
Back
pictures?
in 1976, a man and his two friends thought it was a great idea to steal a bus full of kids
Yes,
and bury them alive.
yes.
And they called the school board to demand $5 million ransom for these victims. Now, it's been 46 years. This man has tried 17 times to get parole. And two of the victims, a male and a female, they decide that, he had spent enough time in jail that he thinks he's remorseful and he's done enough time to serve for the actions that he caused. Now, the other gentleman, one of the gentlemen was paroled, I want to say, in 2015 and the other in 2019. So there were three men involved. They were all 24 years old. They were granted under some youth program. Like when you do things as a youth, I really thought youth meant under the age of 18. I do digress.
Come on now.
I do digress. Some people are grown at 12 and children at 35. Anyway, so since they were youths when they did this to these people, they took them into consideration for that program, and that's how he was granted parole. Now, the people that didn't they crawled, it took them 16 hours to dig themselves out of that grave that they had all put them in. It was a big
Exactly.
children on that bus. They were from 5 years old, 5-year-old little babies.
Yes.
So like 13, 14-year-old children on that bus.
Yeah. And as you can see in this picture, it says this July 24th, 1976 photo shows the inside of the van that was used as a prison for the 26 kidnapped Chowchilla school children and their bus driver in Livermore, California.
Yes.
And you see the detective to the left got a nice fro for you. So you know it's back in the day, honey.
Period. He had that cross. He had it right.
Yeah. So this is absolutely crazy. And that is our kidnapper that will be getting paroled right there. He is 70 years old. And this picture was taken October the 10th. But what y'all think in the comments? Do y'all think they should let him out? Like, bro, you did a lot. Like, that was a lot of children.
I mean, give me a heart if you want him to stay in jail. If he should stay in jail, give me a heart. Just give me a heart. If you think he should have been released, break my heart and give me a broken heart.
Exactly.
Break my heart. Don't you break in my heart. Don't go breaking my. Give me a heart if he should have stayed in jail, and a broken heart if he should have got free. Hey, Miss Keena.
Shout out to Keena in the building. Nice to see you this week.
Yeah. See, Miss Marjorie. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Mama said no for life.
Thank you, Miss. Yes, ma'am.
Coco said, hell no.
Yes, for real. Cause how you gonna bury 5 years old? We all had. Most of us had or know some 5-year-old children, and right. They had. Can you imagine how afraid they were to have to claw and crawl their way out of this Child, no. I'd had to have a conversation,
Yes,
and only one of us would have made out of that conversation, like
exactly.
in a whole piece. I'm just
Exactly.
girl, because Miss Veronica, you speak in my mind. Yes, it wouldn't have been nothing. No
We wouldn't
try.
have never seen him again, honey.
He would have been a hashtag. Okay. Yes, Miss Bob.
Exactly. And Creeper said, nope, life as
Period.
well.
Under the jail, through the jail, all of that.
So once again, we know that we are dealing in a world where things are not the same for certain people. However, at this point in time, we have to just learn how to maneuver in the
Yeah.
system because, in my strong opinion, things are not going to change drastically. They are making changes piece by piece, but I do mean piece by piece. And I'm talking about crumb pieces. Okay. So don't look for no drastic changes all of a sudden.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time. A very long time. You gotta forget what the book is and start writing a new book. That's what they have to do.
Veronica said, nope, not even a hashtag, baby.
Facts. No marches, none of that. Child. But I don't know how. I mean, those must be some really forgiving children to have been buried alive and then forgive him and be like, he spent enough time in prison for what he has done. They have to be some really forgiving and good people to do that because they better than me.
Well, to be honest, you have to forgive situations and move on from them. Now, that
Mm,
don't mean that you have to agree with any of it, but for your own sanity and for your own peace, just forgive the situation. However, I don't know if I would have been saying, let him out. Yeah, he done did enough time. No, I forgive you, baby, and let God deal with you. And part of your deliverance should be you stay in that jail, baby.
yes. For as
That's
long
how
as
I
you
feel
wanted
about it.
to, okay? For as long as he would have been buried
Because
alive, that's how you should
right.
you should.
Because you don't have the right to do that. That was very wrong. And a child, ooh, child, that's even crazier.
When you demanding $5 million from the school board, what? Like, how do you do that? How? $5 million?
Child,
What's going on? Miss Veronica on a roll today.
child. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
on a roll.
Hmm.
Yes. Couple
Yes.
words
Yes.
there. Yes.
Well, let's go right into our next story. I'm gonna just take a deep breath and we're gonna get right into it.
All right.
Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. legend, daughter bails out boyfriend. I'm talking about she done bailed her man out of jail on $1 million bond, y'all.
A cool million, not 999.99 $1 million.
Okay, so I would not have a problem with this situation if he had been wronged. If there was some type of brutality on the other's part and not his, but baby, you ran from the police and you didn't have a driver's license and then you hit 3 people. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it, honey.
I don't think I want to no more. He just bothered me. I have an attitude. You hit a mother and her child, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you know I got something to show the people, so let me pull that up.
Please show the people. Because I was just appalled. Because it's not like they had the wrong person or wrong place, wrong time, or somebody lied on them. It was none of that. It was that's you, sir. That is you. You were doing this. And then the recklessness of it all. It was pandemonium.
Yeah,
Sheer
it was.
total pandemonium. I was clutching my pearls sitting at home in my room.
I mean, you hurt 3 pedestrians, my boy.
For what?
3 of them. 3
And
of them. You hurt 3 pedestrians.
just being simple-minded. I will use kind words, but you know what I wants to say.
I
Being
mean,
minded.
at the end of the day, that was not cool at all because, if you didn't have a driver's license, what you doing driving?
That's what I'm saying. And even if you don't and you're driving, drive safely, bro. Like, drive like you have some sense. Not like you are 100% legitimate, because you're not.
Exactly.
I can't.
And it's tough to look at. New surveillance video. Right there, it shows the moment a driver plowed his SUV into 3 people, including a mother and child. That impact sending the mother flying into the side of a parked car as the driver fled the traffic stop in Queens. News 4's Adam Harding live in Ridgewood tonight. Adam, I know the search continues for the man behind the wheel, but we're all concerned for the folks who were hitting that video there.
And Natalie, that video is so hard to watch, isn't it? And we do want to warn everyone, the video in the story is very difficult to process, but keep in mind, everyone who was struck on the road right behind us, they are okay. They had some injuries, but nothing too severe. As for the man who caused this terrible accident, well, police clearly know who they're looking for because he was pulled over right next to where I am standing right now. And as officers approached him, he then sped off, hitting 3 people.
Bro, you can't do that.
What did you do, sir?
The moment of impact. We're showing you the video in full because the victim
Lord
survived.
have mercy.
Witnesses are still shaken.
I was so panicking. It was very horrific seeing such an accident.
Maxwell appealed as a security guard at the motel near the scene of the accident. 3 innocent bystanders were struck, including a 28-year-old mom pushing her 2-year-old daughter in a stroller. Thankfully, neither were seriously injured.
The mom was screaming and running around the place trying to look for the baby. And the baby looks a little bit confused in the middle of the street.
Police had just pulled the driver over late Wednesday, moments before the crash. They say he had a suspended license, and when responding officers went to arrest him, he hit the accelerator.
I saw the cops pulling one of the guy in a black Dodge car or something, and at first he got off and then went back into the car, and the cops were trying to approach him. He just took off.
And you saw him run over the 3 people, including the child?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Oh, that was a little kid.
We showed the video to those in this Ridgewood neighborhood. A 35-year-old beer delivery worker was also struck. Witnesses say it appears he suffered a nasty wound to his leg.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, people now, this traffic right here is terrible. Like, it's always terrible. Like, people come through there speeding, it's not enough space. So an accident could always happen over here because of the way it is.
Let somebody blowing the horn.
The LAPD quickly tracked down the suspect's car, but it was abandoned. Whoever was behind the wheel remains on the run.
I hope they do something about it because it's a bad situation.
And is.
And again, Natalie, it's been over 24 hours since that horrific accident, that hit-and-run crash. The driver still has yet to be caught. We checked in with the police late today. Still no arrest so far in this case. As for the injuries, especially to that little child, we understand that 2-year-old injured her wrist. The mom injured her knee. Both expected to be okay. We're live tonight in Ridgewood, Queens. I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
That just don't make no sense.
Okay, so y'all heard that for yourself. Y'all heard that for yourself. And I know Biggie is turning over in his grave like, girl, what are you doing? I did not put up all this money and have all these things set back for my children for you to be doing something crazy like this.
Why would you post that man's bond? Ain't that much love in the world. What Tina say? What Tina say?
What's love got to do with it?
Exactly.
Now, that's her right there, y'all. Whole thing. She don't even understand. One thing about it, and I'm going to tell people this, and I'm going to tell everybody that's listening, I'm on the side that's what's right. I love your family, but if you do something crazy like that, I am not finna post your bail until you help me understand why you did something so crazy.
No, was he under the influence of some narcotic? Like, was he on depression meds or something like that? Like, what's
No,
going on?
that license was suspended.
So so could that be construed as like attempted homicide or something like that? Like,
Maybe
what?
so.
And then you
Uh,
hit a baby.
and
That's
Kenna said
endangered
he
child.
clearly ran over those folks.
Facts.
Now come on, he clearly did. Y'all see the video? We ain't got to
Where
make this
our
up.
eyes can see. Where our eyes can see. In my Busta Rhymes voice. Okay.
Yes, Veronica. Yes, it went down like that. Yes, it did. Yes, she put up
Yes.
her house for that ninja. Yes, she did, Kenna. You
Yes.
are 100% correct. Yes, she did.
Listen. And watching you do what you did, you think I'm finna post your bail? What you driving?
Yes.
Get an Uber, get a Lyft, get a taxi. You in where? New York. Get something else. If you're gonna be driving stupid, where the police gonna catch you, just don't go. Stay home. Just stay home.
Coco, thank you so much. She said that she's upset. I'm just now tuned in to y'all, but so many people need to know about y'all. This is a wonderful podcast. Y'all are doing great. Thanks, because I had to share every educational. We appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you so much. We do
Love us.
this every Tuesday.
Keep going with Stom. Keep going with Stom.
Yes. Come on now, Veronica. Go put it out there in the streets for the
Thank
people,
you.
honey.
Because
Yes.
we here. We gonna be here all night. You gonna say what I need to say because I can't say it. I gotta be professional.
Come on, Miss Margaret. Now, ignorant is what ignorant does, honey.
Exactly.
Come
Exactly.
on now. Keena said, but the police need to stop chasing people when it's crowded like that. They knew who he was. He was going to eventually get caught. It was reckless on both parties. You know what, Keena? This is what I definitely have to say about that. Come on, let's set the example, police officers. You are so very right. It was so crowded. If you already know who this person is, baby, all you got to do is put that warrant out for their arrest. Don't be chasing people. I 100% agree with you on that. Like,
Exactly.
you go get the criminal, trust and believe, because he can't hide. Everybody know who you're dating.
Exactly. And where you're gonna be, because y'all put everything online. Nothing is a
That's
secret.
right.
You
That's
post
right.
when you're going to the corner store for what?
Yeah. So I agree.
Most definitely.
My mama said he need to be in jail.
In a back
Fact,
cell. In a back
fact.
cell. With no light.
Veronica said he need his A beat, honey. I'm talking about what a wop, wop, wop.
I told you we gonna be here, Veronica. Here.
Yes, this don't make no sense at all, baby. You is not lying, honey. You ain't lying. Woo, baby, Veronica. Listen
I'm back.
here. I
I'm
ain't
back.
mad at you. I ain't mad at you, baby.
Got to. Got to. Cause
Cause,
ain't no ain't
Miss
no
Biggie though, this is what you get out the situation. Sorry, ma'am.
Nah, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Wrong,
You
baby.
big
The
dummy.
price is wrong.
You big dummy.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
No
ma'am.
thank you. No
And
thank you.
can I just say this real quick? It ain't nothing wrong with being in love and having your partner back, but be able to tell your partner when they wrong, honey. Like, y'all
Exactly.
misconstrue ride or die. Like, that is not what that's about. Like, if you do something wrong, I need to be able to tell you, baby, look, you're wrong now. You need to
That
go and turn yourself in Because first of all, why you even driving?
Because a real rider will always keep you right.
That's right.
They will
That's
never
right.
let you wrong. And if you
That's
are,
right.
they're going to have to check you.
That's right. That's right. 100%.
Because we don't want nobody out here looking stupid, like you looking stupid.
Yeah,
You
because
right
you're looking real bad right now. I can't rock with you on this situation. I just can't do it, honey.
at all. It's a no all the way around
It's
for
a
me.
no for me. I can't do it. Like, you really bringing damnation on your father's name, because
I was
now
just about to say that.
they keep saying Notorious B.I.G.'s daughter. They're not even calling you by your government. They just keep saying his daughter. Like,
Exactly.
no ma'am. No ma'am.
Actually, he made songs about this, sis. Like, did you not learn from your daddy?
Yeah, he did. He did. He said a lot of things
This
that
is
was
giving booty energy.
yeah, most definitely.
It's
Most
just
definitely now. So and the people was airing her out, honey,
yeah,
online. They was just talking about how your father always rapped about stuff like that, and you went and did the same thing he said not to do.
every single thing you did it. You did the opposite. For what,
All,
sis?
all I can say, ma'am, is get it together. Like, what if he decide, well, I ain't going no jail, and you lose your house? Then what you gonna do?
Exactly. You losing everything.
I mean, because he got to go to his hearing and all that stuff. And
Single
what
one.
what if he decide he don't want to do it?
Then she done lost everything. And what you going?
Yeah,
And what, have you gained, what are you gaining from the situation in the first place? Like you could have he could have unlived the child.
yeah,
Why do you not think he needed to be in jail?
yeah,
I ain't got time.
yes. And speaking of rappers, honey child, let's get into our next topic. Asian doll chain snatching debacle. Do you want to hit on this?
You can hit on this because I'm already over it.
So there's this young lady that went and took a picture with Asian Doll. For those that don't know, Asian Doll is a female rapper. She called herself the queen of drill rap. She was also dating King Von before he passed away. And she's a pretty popular rapper. And she got this big Bratz chain that she wear, and I'm talking about, yeah, it's
It's cute.
definitely bezeled out. Like, I know she paid a pretty penny for that.
Yeah,
So this female decides that she gonna try to snatch her chain. Yeah, she done tried to snatch the chain, and the chain didn't go nowhere. So then security put them hands on her and put her in the chokehold, honey. Put her in the chokehold. Yeah, and it was a big giant mess. So then after all this was over with, the poor child, poor thing, so misled. She gets online to explain her side of the story, which was very crazy because she basically said, yeah, I tried to snatch the chain. So I definitely got a video. Y'all know I come with the videos to show y'all the foolishness that goes down in this world.
see it too. Let's go. I'm ready.
So, so
I need to
hold on.
because I'm nosy.
Yeah. So y'all know I got to put it up there. So that's Asian doll to the left, y'all.
She
That's
bring
Asian doll to the left. And as you can see, she rocks a big chain. She rocks a big chain. And with this big chain, she got a pretty penny. She makes money. She makes money. I got to give her props. But,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that this female tried to snatch a chain is a sad situation, y'all. Let's just listen to her right quick. Hold on, where my volume at?
Don't they know they had them clasps with them big old chains?
Okay.
Pretty was holding me the whole.
Okay.
Listen, I'm like, yo, my little ass chain is not shit compared to her chain, bro. I spent some bands on my chain, so I know she spent bands. I need that. Bro, that shit was in my fucking face, bro. I'm seeing the picture. Mind you, I just bought a chain, so I'm thinking I'm big dog. This bitch comes in here with her shit is busting. I'm like, yo, my little ass chain is not shit compared to her chain. Bro, I spent some bands on my chain, so I know she spent bands. I need that.
Y'all excuse her
We
language.
never fought. Bro, security put me on the ground with the fucking guns. They had to get on the fucking ground. Get on the fucking ground. And then she hit me when security had me, bro. Look, we took the fucking picture. I'm like, yo, I was not the whole time, right? Thank you. The whole time, I'm not on her dick. She's fucking with me. I'm not on her dick. I'm not on her dick. So she steps down, right? I'm like, we can take a picture now. She's like, yeah, I fuck with you. You look cute. It didn't even look like no fight anyway. Fuck them. She's like, real shit. She's like, you look cute. Come take the picture. So I took the picture, right? I thought I took the picture. I seen a flash. So I'm like, all right, I got my picture. I'm snatching that shit. That shit staring in my face. I grabbed that shit with all my fucking might, pulled that bitch to me. That shit did not come off. That bitch fell. Boom. That shit did not come. She fell on the ground and all that shit fused. Because how could I get beat up if security was holding me the whole time? We never fought. Bro, security put me on the ground with the fucking guns. They had to get on the fucking ground. Get on the fucking ground.
She's proud
and then
of
she hit. So I pull her shit, right? I pull her shit with all my fucking might. As strong, bro, as strong as I fucking can. I pull that shit. That bitch fell. Her shit did not come off, bro.
So y'all hear the low budget energy monster talking that talk, honey. And y'all forgive that language because we don't really like to do a lot of cussing on this show, you know what I'm saying? Because we want it to be where anybody can watch it. But I had to let y'all see, honey, this low budget energy. Like, why would you want to try to snatch somebody's chain?
And then go brag about it.
And then go brag about it because you're trying to clout chase, honey. And then,
like, y'all, this is why y'all dummies get caught all the time. This is why y'all, nothing is a secret. Everything has to be known. Why?
Yes. And I don't mean no harm, but them chains. Wait. I don't mean no harm. However,
it is what it is.
What it is. Them chains don't look like they cost no more than $200 now. So somebody got you.
Big time. Like big time.
I'm just saying.
Isn't she smart enough to know that those big old chains that these rappers be buying, that they have like them special clasps in them where you can't beat them off real quick? And they not like you can't. Those weren't bought at the hair store, sis,
or at the mall,
or at the Rite Aid, sis. Walmart, none of that. None of it. They have them big clasps, them double clasps, where you click, and then you click clank.
Y'all can see in the footage right here. This is where the security had her in the chokehold, baby. They was not playing with her. Like, they put her in the chokehold with the quickness. Like, you is not going to be playing with these rappers.
But why that would be the thing to do in the first place?
Like, where was you going to go once you got the chain? Like, straight up now. Help me understand.
You're going to be a runner, track star.
I'm trying to figure out where she trying to go. Once she get the chain, where she was going to go?
Where are you going to offload this? Where? Who's going to take that from you? Who's buying that?
And you got to know that most of these rappers got a lot of security around them. So, baby, you really made a bad decision. You made a bad decision, Miss Lady.
Choices.
That was not the answer.
Make better choices. Okay? And bragging for me, that is nothing to brag about.
Come on with the gutter rat. I'm talking about with the sewage juice, honey.
Gutter butt activity. Stank booty gutter butt activity. No.
Yes, honey. That's all I got for you, honey. You really made a bad decision, honey. So once again, my girl, the price is wrong.
You bragging wrong too. Because you look
denied.
you big dummy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I got to pull Fred Sanford up next time.
Most
I
definitely.
gotta let Fred Sanford be able to tell these folks, you big dummy.
Yes. 'Cause they be doing the most and the least at the same time. Like, how do you do that?
Most
How do you simultaneously do the most and the least? Like, why? Like, and what was she must have been. What's that stuff they be drinking now and they just don't be knowing what they're doing afterwards? She was drinking that stuff.
Oh,
What's that?
you talking about that lean?
No, not that lean. That's the illegal activities. Casamigos.
Ah,
She was
okay.
doing them Casamigos.
Yeah.
I heard they be wilding on them Casamigos.
Oh
That's what it
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Most
Well,
deaf.
and evidently she got some friends that was hyping her up. So y'all, listen. That's why us as a people all together can't have much. Cause we just always trying to take from one another. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have never did that to a Caucasian. No.
Some of them wear big chains too.
Yeah. You wouldn't well, she wouldn't have did that anyway, regardless of what they had. She wouldn't have
Period.
never did that. She wouldn't have
At all.
never disrespected a Caucasian artist like that.
Mm-hmm. It
Nope.
don't make sense. None.
So we got to stop allowing that to be our culture. Like they think that's all we know how to do is steal and kill, baby. It's time to change that narrative, honey.
Yeah, very much so. Unpack
Uh,
all the stuff you got all up in there. Unpack it. Put it in the basement somewhere. Burn it. Throw it in the river. Get
yeah.
over it.
Like I don't know your name, Miss Lady, but you need to do a self check because that was not cool, and you really looked like an extra big fool once you got online and told your side of the story. Like it's
Be
a
so
no for me.
to be so young, so dumb, so loud, and so wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the square you don't want to be in, sis. At all. Elevate your thought process. Change the people that you hang around because they don't mean you no good.
Facts.
Change your inner and your outer circle because somebody should have told you to do better. You have
Mm-hmm.
no real friends because a real friend would have told you that's not the thing to do on any given day.
Facts on facts on
Yeah,
facts. And
that's
speaking of rappers, we have another story, one more story about another known rapper by the name of Quando Rondo, y'all. Quando Rondo witnessed to friend La Pub's unalived. This is a sad situation because this day and time being a rapper almost is a whole death certificate. Okay?
yeah. And when did that happen? When did that start? When did that become the thing to do in rap? It's just sad. And they're so young.
Yes. Well, uh, seems as if Quando was out in LA. And for those that don't know, Quando Rondo is a popular rapper. He dwells in Atlanta. He is also the same rapper that was caught up in the scandal when King Von was unalived.
Mm-hmm.
King Von came up to him and punched him out because they had been having words. Mind you, they was friends at some point in time. But honey, it came down to some type of female, and they like had some little words. They had some type of energy towards each other, and King
Mm-hmm.
Von went up to him and punched him down. And his friend, Lil Tim, got out of the vehicle and pow, 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 laid him to rest. And it's all on video. Okay, so Quando Rondo, he didn't go to jail because he didn't have nothing to do with that from what we can see, and what the camera said. But at the end of the day, fast forward, that was like 2 years ago. He's in LA in his Cadillac Escalade. Mind you, In my mind, if you making the money that I know you say you're making, why is your Cadillac Escalade not bulletproof?
Yes,
You're in gang activity, you rap about the certain lifestyle and stuff like that. Why aren't you protecting yourself? Okay.
exactly.
Well, as you know it, he is in a picture. Matter of fact, let me pull the picture up as I'm telling the story. He is in a picture in LA, and everybody think that LA is the place to be. Whoop de woo, I'm finna go be a star. Baby, LA is a place where you can get unalived real quick.
It's rough over there. It's real rough.
It's real rough. So I don't know if y'all can see this picture that well, but in this picture, as you can see, the arms that are going up like that, that is him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna point to him right here. As you can see right here, he is throwing up a sign, and people online were saying he threw up uh, the Hoover sign
Yeah, the
in
Hoovers.
California, and he did not check in. So it's a thing where if you are a rapper and you go to certain cities that got a lot of gang activity, you are supposed to check in. Mind you, that may cost you money. That's why a lot of rappers don't like to check in. But you will be safe once you do that check in. Okay? So y'all, they is scrolling down the boulevard. Mind you, they are in a prominent area where a lot of people are. And I'm talking about
La Cienega.
busy.
That was in that location is in countless movies. Countless.
Yes. Yes. And next thing you know, 3 masked men in dark outfits, pow, 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 pow. And it was really, the hit was meant for Quando Rondo, but it actually ended up unaliving his friend. And I also have a video on that situation as well. So give me a second and I'm going to pull that up as well.
Yeah, they were really close though. Him and Lil Pub, they were very, very close.
I could tell by the way he was screaming and hollering after you know, he seen his limp body getting out of that vehicle like that.
As millions flock to the veteran.
So let's
like associates. That was a friend.
Yeah. It's really sad to know that, you know, this day and time that that's the type of activity that these kids involved in.
Target of this deadly gunfire, a rapper from the Atlanta area. They say a pretty well-known rapper too in this area, along with a second person in his black Cadillac Escalade. May have been a relative, may have been a member of his entourage. We don't know, but it's that second person, not the rapper, but the second person who was hit by gunfire, dies from the gunfire. Let's get right into it. Mike, you'll give you a look. The gas station here. This is right across the street from the busy Beverly Center on La Cienega. See all that broken glass there? That's where the Escalade is parked. They're getting gas when all of a sudden the windows are blown out by gunfire. They're under attack by bullets flying all over the place. To the left, Mike, you'll give you a look. See all those white evidence markers on the ground? Each one of those is by a shell casing. Give you an idea how many rounds are fired. Police say in that alleyway, the white vehicle pulls up. 3 men get out, and they start firing at will, blasting away, targeting that black SUV, the rapper, and his second person inside. Up top, Sky Fox, a better look at this area so you can imagine the chaos here. It's right across the street, catty corner from the busy Beverly Center, about 5:30, 5:40 in the afternoon, rush hour traffic going by on La Cienega. Shoppers at the Beverly Center, and you have bullets flying like crazy here. 3 gunmen firing at will at that black SUV. Hit several times, and they drive off trying to make a getaway to get away from the bullets that are flying. Some more video now, ground video, gives you an idea of how this plays out. So once that SUV is hit by the gunfire, they take off, they hit the gas, and they drive a few blocks away into West Hollywood. They wind up stopping over at Santa Monica and San Vicente, right in the very heart of West Hollywood. You know, over there by the sheriff's station, also by
and
the
that's
West Hollywood
Quando right there,
They
everybody.
pull over there because the wounds to the man who was hit inside the Escalade too severe. He's bleeding. They pull over. 911 is called. Paramedics rush in. They take the injured man who's hit by gunfire to the ER. He does not make it, does not survive. So that area now in West Hollywood, also very busy, as you can imagine, on a Friday night, late summer. That is all tied up as a part of this investigation, a deadly shooting investigation. Then you have the second location here at the gas station where bullets fly. Investigators say the manhunt is on now. The manhunt on for these three gunmen who, as one witness said, turned into hitmen, almost execution style. Listen to the lieutenant.
They gassed up their vehicle, and as they were getting into their vehicle, a white car approached from the alley. Three men got out of that car. They were in all dark clothing. They approached, fired numerous shots, and then left in that white car going eastbound in the alley north of Beverly. It does appear that we don't see any kind of argument or anything go on beforehand. So clearly these men came here with a mission in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're looking live. The mission in mind is gunfire targeting that black SUV, the rapper inside apparently. Still this area, they're still questioning a few people over there. Investigators want to make sure that there wasn't gunfire back and forth. Doesn't appear to be the case, but to give you an idea, shots rang out there and right across the street, the Beverly Center. Imagine that, 5:30 in the afternoon. Incredibly, no one else hit by the gunfire. You saw all the rounds that are filed. So at this late hour, we've got three gunmen on the loose. We've got a white vehicle that's the target of the manhunt, and a man who has died in that black SUV tied to the rapper who's from the Atlanta area. For now, we are live here in the Hollywood area at Lascos. Back to both of you.
Do we not know the rapper's name yet, Ed?
No indications yet. Investigators, I think, have a very good idea. They're not releasing anything yet because they're still trying to put the tie together on the man who dies here. They don't know if it's a relative or maybe a part of the entourage. As you know, a lot of these fellows always have a big entourage they travel with. So I think until they can get that ID nailed down, particularly notifying family members and relatives, they're not saying at this point.
Such a shame.
To be honest, I'm tired of that narrative. I'm really tired of it. Like,
much so, very much so.
What is the reason behind you not want to live a long life? Like, whew, honey.
What is the nature of a disagreement that's that deep? Or what could a person have done that was that serious? Because unless it's my kids or my mama, it's not that deep. It's really not. You don't like me, that's your problem. You don't like this, that's your problem. You said this, that's your problem. People take words and it's too much.
To be honest, this really has to do with a lot of gang activity. And not only with gang activity, because if you study gang activity, you know that back in the day, gangs were formed for guys to have a brotherhood, and they did positive things in the community. And it all started to turn grim once a lot of components, I don't even have time to touch on them, a lot of components were introduced into the Black community, aka crack rock. That's one of the main things that tore the community down. But it's a lot of things that played a part into the community straight going left. A lot of our leaders were jailed for trying to do the right thing, and for the Black Panthers, for instance, they were jailed for doing the right thing in the community. So once they got rid of all the good in the communities, the community started turning bad, especially after crack made such a bad impact on the community. Like, people really just start doing anything. And now you see the results of a set of people that's trying to crawl their way out of a hole that was not necessarily dug by them. And whoever want to feel however they feel, that's fine with me, but I know what I know. And you know too, that a lot of the things that the Black community go through this day and time is because of what we went through, starting with slavery. Okay, so, but
300 years.
Come on now. But at this point in time, I'm just over that whole narrative as well, because we know what it is. We know what happened. Now it's time. Have you ever heard of a counter punch? When somebody try to punch at you and then you block it and you punch them back. It's time for us as a community to counter punch all of this stuff and get over it. Like, we can be held down and held back in certain aspects, but we also can help lift each other up and move forward if we want to. But a lot of us are still trapped right here.
I believe in being proactive. I teach my children different so they can learn different, so they can know different, they can do different, so people can be different in the future. And I'm
Yeah.
not that. It takes a long time to get over things that are literally ingrained in your DNA. This is things your granny taught you, and you know anything your granny said is golden. Who going against their granny? I know mine are both going, and I still say that's what my granny said. Faithfully. So we have to take the time to actually unlearn the things that we have been taught since birth. We have to stop as a people being so complacent. It's not that we don't know, it's the complacency. It's the fact that no one wants to stand up or be that one person. I'm always that one person.
I don't mind standing up. And if anybody out here listening that know a postal worker, tell them we ain't got no post office in Sycamore, Alabama, and they need to come on down here and fix our post office. Okay,
Please.
now back to the show.
No.
I'm just saying, we sick of it now. We sick and tired of having to drive a long ways. Can y'all get our post office fixed?
You had to get that out,
Okay.
boss.
Yeah, I had to get that out because I'm over it.
It was on your chest. It was right here. You was holding on to it for a minute.
Mind you, they also lost the package of mine and damaged it. And then now that the package is damaged and lost, they giving me the hardest time on getting my money back. But I'm gonna get my money back because I ain't giving up.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
yeah.
And Veronica, you're very right. People do not fight anymore. Like that's not even a thing too much. The only way people fight if you want to put them in the ring, a celebrity match where they put money up, which is fine too. If that's how you're gonna do it, it's better than shooting it out. But at the end of the day, like people, us, it's time to get it together. And I hope I got one young person that can hear me say this. Y'all do not have to unalive each other.
Yes.
There's a better way. There's a better way. There's a better way.
I always say this: be a gentleman before you have to become a thug. Learn the actual art of conversation. Not every disagreement is an argument. Okay? Not with you can have the same, you can agree to disagree and be peaceful about it. And please learn what the true meaning of the word respect is, because a lot of you have that messed up. You really do. Learn what respect is. Learn what honor is. You know what I'm saying? Learn what values and morals are. You can have a conversation. Learn to talk about your differences, because nothing, once again, should be that deep. Some things are just complete and total misunderstandings. Some people think one way, some people think another way. Get outside of yourselves and stop thinking that everyone has to think and be like you are, and think from someone else's perspective to learn to be a better person.
Exactly. Shout out to TT is in the building. And my mama said, post office, please. Come on. Please. 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 Man, come on. Veronica said the coward is the one to walk away and tell the story. Come on now.
Child, say it again.
Come on.
Say
Come
it
on
again.
now.
Because I know back in my time, we used to fight. So we used to fight one day, and if we didn't get it off our chest, we fight the next day. We would fight until we just didn't. We were like, okay, listen, this is dumb. It's over. I'm done with it.
Yes.
Learn how to fight.
Learn how to fight.
Losing a fight, excuse me, losing a fight does not mean you have to go and unalive somebody.
No.
Because you're embarrassed. Learn to fight better. Take karate. Do some boxing. Go fight your little brother or something. Like, do something. Be better.
That's right.
Really.
That's so right.
Just do better.
That's right. All right. So at this point in time, we want to Bring the aura down just a little bit, because honey, some of these stories. Thank you, Sunshine. Come through. Come through. Come through with the sage.
Work with your spirits and things. You gotta
Yes.
positivity out the broadcast. We don't want that. Be gone. Be gone.
And for those that don't know, sage is a way to cleanse
Yes.
whatever area you are around.
Yes. Get all that negativity
Get
out
all
your
that negative energy out of the way.
And if you start coughing while you saging, boo, you the problem. I just want you.
Don't mess around and cough now.
It's a huge.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so at this point in time, we're going to go to a segment we like to call A Little Laughter Goes a Long Way. How many of y'all out there like to laugh? Because I love to laugh. All right, all right, all right. I know that's right. I love me some sage too, honey. I encourage y'all to get y'all some.
All kinds. Because different sages do different things. So you got to be careful which ones you get.
Yes, yes. You got to unlearn all those things that these people have said and put in your head, honey. They have said a lot of things to hold us back, baby. But baby, it ain't true. Learn for yourself. And if you got a questions about something, ask me. And if I don't know, I promise you I'm gonna go research it and I'm gonna bring it back to you the right way. Okay?
My inboxes, I'll be all up in there.
Yes, yes. I want to give a shout out to Sunshine. Sunshine is our hold on, let me set it up. Yeah, she is the one who comes up with our content. So she is our content manager. So yeah, so she brings good content for us to bring on the show. And shout out to you. All right, y'all ready for this first video? Y'all ready to laugh?
We're gonna
Let's
make them.
Yeah, look at the dog. The dogs are so funny, honey. Like, look, some animals actually really got an IQ and they have personality. And I want to say in this video right here, it looked like that water must have been good and cold.
He loved it.
Because he made sure he got a taste of that water, honey. Like,
look how he's shaking his head.
Right, like he's trying to hold on to the water.
All
Go
of it.
ahead, man. Go ahead. But I thought that was a cute video as well. All right, so we got one more for y'all. And this one really took me out, honey. It's funny because y'all know how we do, baby. Look, I love my black people because, baby, when I tell you we are the most swagged out, the most comedic, the smartest. Look, we got it all. If we ever learn how to bring it all together as one, baby.
Unstoppable. But that's what they don't want us to do.
You're so right, though. You're so right. Let me bring this other video up, though, y'all. It's funny. Because we are naturally good at the things that, we can take the little smallest thing and make it into something awesome. Like, baby, you get a mama that got 3 kids and she ain't got but 3 potatoes and some noodles and some hot water and maybe some baby, she gonna make a meal. I bet you she gonna make a meal.
I've been there.
Yeah, I bet you she gonna make a meal.
Real quick, you ain't ready. You ain't ready.
Yeah.
You ain't
All
ready.
right, y'all ready for this one?
Child, yes.
It say black folks when their favorite song play at the cookout.
Yeah.
Come on, one more time.
Playing everything. Yes. Yes.
Now
Morsel.
y'all, now listen. I know y'all all got them few cousins and aunties, honey. When they son come on at the cookout, honey, they turns it up, and you can't wait to see them get on that dance floor, baby.
I know I got a couple of them. They be shot out. I play songs on purpose and put them on repeat. I'm like, watch, look. Anybody ask for what? Get it, go ahead, girl, get it. Go ahead, girl, get it. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yes. And
Get
you're
it.
so right. We will be unstoppable. Like, we definitely just got a flair about us. And I love that about us, you know. But I must say, we have to understand that we can do things, first of all, through God and through unity and forgiveness. Because a lot of the times, baby, it is so hard for black people to forgive one another.
Yes.
Like, cut it out.
We forgive somebody else, but we give ourselves.
Yes, yes. She
Heartbeat.
said, she said they like that greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ham, hog, malt, chicken, turkey. I ain't lying.
I'm okay. Hold on, let me get it together. I'm coming back to
I,
my. I'm
you
back.
name it. Come on, Shirley Caesar.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on with it.
I did. That's that jam. I ain't gonna hold you. That's that jam.
That is, that is. Y'all, well, we're gonna get into this next topic, child. Tevin Campbell has shocking news.
So what's the tea? What is it? Because I want to know. I want to know because I'm nosy.
Child, let me pull it up, honey. Let me pull up the shocking news, child. Because
What is,
I
do you know what it is?
child, yeah, I know what it is. But I'm gonna just wait till I pull the article up and then I'm gonna let y'all see it.
Because I'm nosy too. Because I want to know. Although I put the story in there, I still want to know.
Yeah, Tevin Campbell said he done came out as gay, y'all.
Came
Child,
out of what? What did he come out of?
we already knew
What was he
a
in?
glass closet.
What was he in to come out of?
Child,
Oh,
Tevin, baby, we already, we,
he didn't know that we
yeah,
knew.
Tev,
He knew that we knew all this.
yeah. So you know what, Tevin, baby, we already knew.
Okay.
Next,
Thank you, Tevin. Thank you.
next, we knew, baby, but it's all right. Live your life to the fullest.
All right. That is
Which,
okay.
yes, which takes us into our next topic, y'all. D Wade files to change daughter's gender. This daughter that we speak of actually used to be his son. Now, hold up before you even think one thing. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just go deep into this story because, all right, okay, let me pull up the article because, all right, it's no secret that his son definitely is feminine, right? Okay, but yeah, and but my thing is this, okay? We have to stop letting these children, these kids, make these decisions so quickly before they actually make it to a age in their life where they can say, okay, this is exactly where I want to be in life and I'm happy with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know good and well ain't no children got no business taking no hormone pills or having no form of no type of surgery or getting no Botox or getting no type of uplifts or whatever you want to do to change the cosmetics of your body. Baby, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry.
I don't at all, wholeheartedly. Because number one, your body hasn't even formed properly to even have it set in the proper fashion. Number one. Number two, your brain is still developing and you're very susceptible to things and ideals and trends because things become very trendy to do. I would
Now,
just
You're right. Things become very trendy. I'm not here to bash D Wade and his family. That ain't my place. But what I am gonna say is that give this child time to think about these decisions, because I don't know if like he is like on any type of hormones or anything like that. But baby, that's a mistake in my opinion.
Yeah. Let them grow up.
Let
First.
them grow up. Let them grow up. So now he is deciding that he gonna change his name from Zaya. Wait, it was what was the original name?
I done forgot the child's original name. I know his name is Zion.
Okay, I think Zion. His name was Zion, and now he's changing it to Zaya.
Zion, correct. Although Zion is a female and a male name, because I know a little girl named Zion. I have a little cousin named Zion.
And all I'm gonna say, I wish them the best. But the reason why I'm saying this because our next story plays a part into this story as well. Um, because oh wait a minute, no. Well, it has been some children that have changed their genders and have went and done this stuff at a young age, and they regret it now.
Mm-hmm.
They regret it now. They wish they could go back, but they can't. They can't go back now. And it's a few stories where they have made these complaints where they wish they wouldn't have made that change so early in life. So that's why I said that.
Yeah. Because when you're young, you don't like when a little boy, like say a 4-year-old boy says, I want to be a girl. You gotta ask them, well, what is it about a girl that you want to be? I want to play with dolls. Well, play with dolls. And you're still a boy. You can play with a doll and be a boy. That's not just a girl thing. You can play with trucks and still be a girl.
Facts.
That's what they mean when they say, I want to be a girl. That means they want to do things that are equating to femininity. Or they want to be a boy because they do things that equate to masculinity. Stop indoctrinating these children. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like it's indoctrination. Like, let them grow into be who they want to be, not who you are perceiving that they should be.
Well, in this picture right here, you see at 12 years old, Chloe Cole decided she was transgender. At 13, she was put on puberty blockers and prescribed testosterone. At 15, she underwent a double mastectomy. Less than a year later, she realized she had made a mistake. First of all, at 12 years old, you don't even know who you are at 12 years old. So I want to know, who are the parents that's allowing these children to make these forms of decisions, or they are writing off on this type of foolishness because, child, you don't even know who you is at 12 years old.
Like, don't they have to see like a therapist or like a psychologist? Like, who's influencing these kids? And yes, why do you think it's okay for your 12-year-old child? Like, okay, you want to be a boy? Here, go put some boxers on. Go put on a tank top or something. Go play basketball, something. Be a boy. But you're not going to change your life. You're not going to alter your body or or the chemicals within yourself to no. Your body hasn't even fully developed. Your brain isn't developing until you're about 25, 26 years old. You don't know anything.
Yeah. And mind you, especially now, it is very trendy to do things. And when certain kids see other kids doing things, then, well, Ma, I want to do it too. Baby, that's when you got to put the foot down and say, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy. You ain't doing nothing without my consent. This person right here, which is Cole, made this transition and now is very upset. This is Helena, now 23, is part of a growing number of detransitioners, meaning they transitioned to one, but now they want to go back to the other. She was a female and she wanted to transform into a boy, and then she upset with herself and want to go back to a girl. Returning to the gender of their birth, she said her male transition was definitely triggered by trans activists online. You see that? You see that? You see that?
Susceptibility.
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
people fear to children, because their minds, they're like sponges. They're so susceptible to be guided into particular ways.
Yep. And this is a doctor right here, and she said that she was worried that some young people are being medicalized without the proper restraint or oversight. Mind you, anything in the medical field is big business, honey. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking big business. So, baby,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna go after them coins one way or another. They don't care what they got to do. And this is Marcus Evans. He resigned as the head of trust where many UK youths seek treatment for gender dysphoria because he worried that children were being fast tracked onto medical solutions for psychological problems.
Exactly.
So this gives you an idea that maybe they don't know what they're talking about. The children is this is who I'm speaking of, but I might as well say the adults too, because they letting the children make the decisions these days.
And you can't make, you cannot allow a child who knows nothing to make such life altering decisions.
Hmm.
Do that. You have to, you can nurture them in that thought process and allow them to grow. Because listen, I have a child. They were one. I'm gay today. Well, I'm bi. No, you have to let them grow and be who they are as a person, and don't dictate who they are. I
Right.
have someone I went to school with. She was very offended by something I posted. I was like, well, if only a hit dog gonna holler. If you're offended, there's some truth into what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Your girl is, she's 9 years old. What does she truly know about gender?
Nothing except for what she's been hearing and what's been pumped into her head with that television.
Let
That's
these children grow up.
that's why it's important to make sure that you put a wall up from everything that your child watch. You supposed to make sure you monitor what your children are listening to and watching because they can be easily influenced by some of the things that they hear and see.
But what's most important as a parent, you have to teach your child self. Teach
Self,
them to
yes,
love who they are and not who
yes,
anyone tells them that they are, or not who
yes,
people say they're supposed to be. You allow
yes,
your child to grow into the person that they are and not who you want them to be. Because when you do that as a parent, you allow someone else to tell them who they're supposed to be instead of who they
mhm,
are. When you teach your children self-respect, self-love, self-worth, they don't go searching for that in anything or any else, because 9 out of 10 these kids are looking for attention that they're not getting from whomever is supposed to love on them. So they do these things
exactly,
to get that attention and to get that love. Don't do
yes,
that. Love on your babies because you're supposed to love on your babies. And when you love on them and you teach them, you guide them, you do not dictate. Dictation is the worst thing you can do. You guide your children into life. Don't tell them how to live life, because the next person will tell them who they are as a person.
yeah, this is true. You know, there's one thing that has happened in our community that I have noticed and I have studied and I've analyzed is that a lot of the things that we do and say, we don't understand why we do them. Well, we do them because we don't have a proper self worth. We don't know who we are. Every, just about every other race got their own language.
Mm-hmm.
Our language was taken from us. Um, but I'm not gonna say because I don't. We're not Africans.
No,
Like
I'm in.
We're not Africans. There were Africans that were brought to America, but we're not Africans, y'all. We are the true Americans. Like a lot of us was already in America. It's just the way how things transcended. And it's a lot of lies been told, honey. That's gonna be a whole nother show. I can't even get into it. But
Yes,
at the, yeah, it's a lot. But at the end of the day, we never have really understood wholeheartedly where we come from and who we are.
and that's another thing. There are I as I am a capital B Black woman. There are lowercase b Black people. Like a friend of mine, she's from Guyana. She's a lowercase Black person because she's Guyanese. That's where she's from. I am an uppercase Black person because being Black is my culture. That's who I am. That's how I identify. The way I speak, that is my language. So that's all that we know. We don't have a history to delve into. And people don't comprehend not knowing where you truly come from. That is a painful place. It is a painful place not knowing your motherland. We know where we're from, but we don't know where we are from. We cannot go back to a tribe. We don't know our mother tongue. And that's painful as a people to have learned, to have grasped at everything and create our own, and then to have it stolen from us and made it be cute. So that in itself is a very painful place that we sit in, because I know it's still painful to me, because I would love to know my mother tongue, where I come from, my true culture, my true religion, all those things. However, we'll never know that. So that place of pain is also a reason why capital B Black folks just can't come together.
And you know what? It's the same thing as an adopted child. And I don't mean no harm. However, it is what it is. Yes. When a child is adopted, they're going to get to an age where they're going to know, where did I come from? Who is my mother? And who is my father? Therefore, I always feel like, don't hide that from them. Allow them to know where they come from, because one thing about it, they're going to respect you and love you because you the one raised them. But also give them a chance to know who they are and learn their true self, so that they won't have that stuck in the back of their mind. You know what I'm saying?
I have adopted one cousin. His one family wants nothing to do with him, even though he wants to be like, know who he is. My other cousin wants nothing to do with his family, and they want to know him so bad. Then I have another cousin. She was adopted out, and she just found her mother, her birth mother, like maybe 5-6 years ago. And after they met, like 3 years later, her birth mother passed away. So she was blessed to have got a chance to meet her mother and all her brothers and sisters before her mother passed away. So it's a really good story. It really is.
It's important to know where you come from. That's all I'm saying. So
it really is. And even for medical reasons.
Even for medical reasons. Well, Sunshine, we are nearing the end, so let's keep it moving. We got 2 more things, and we're gonna end this show. Grace Christian School says no to gays and transgender, honey. These people at this church are telling me, cheering, baby, y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. Y'all can't come to our church no more. Or I don't know if they allowed them to come there from the get-go or what. Fill me in, Sunshine.
It's this school down in Florida. Now, you know they have this new don't say gay thing down there and everything, right? So they are allowing the gay and transgender children to go to school to learn, because you know it's not a Christian thing to do to be gay or be transgender, and that's not what they want to be promoting. That's something that Jesus would do. So my first thing is, why would you want to send your child to a school like that in the first place?
Exactly.
And knowing that they are gay or transgender. Why put them in that space? Why allow them to be, what is the word I'm looking for? Disrespected like that on an everyday basis? Why?
Child, and see, this whole thing is starting to turn into a what? A circus.
Yes.
Because at this point in time, when we start saying that child, transgender child, it's kind of hard to just focus in on it and believe that it's a real thing.
That is true. I don't really know any child that goes around that really knows about a gender identity. Although there was a professor from Yale. She was doing gender therapy with children as young as 3.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, like it's an indoctrination kind of a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you just let these kids be kids? Let them be kids.
Well, okay, so y'all, we finna let y'all hear what this thing. In this video, Christy, whoever her name is, PhD, admits that Yale Medicine is treating kids as young as 3 years old in their gender journey. She's the co-founder of Yale Pediatric Gender Program. 3 years old should not be led to change genders. Leave them alone. Baby, Robbie Starbuck, I agree with you, honey. And this lady right, Christy, she look a little crazy. Look at her eyes. Just look at them. Just look at them now. Just look at them. And she is really out here pushing this narrative for 3-year-old children to go and take medicine and stuff. What are they doing?
Yes, take medicine, live it, like gender reassignments at young ages. Like
girl is sick.
When I was listening, my brain really hurt. It did.
It's too much. It's too much. Let's just listen to what she got to say so we can definitely have something that we want to say else about it.
Really wonderful to be working in this field and to be working with individuals who are gender diverse and gaining their support and helping them on their gender journeys.
Yes. Yale.
Isn't Yale supposed to be prominent? Hold on.
I'm a clinical psychologist by training, and I am the director of the Yale Gender Program, which is an interdisciplinary program working with gender expansive individuals 3 to 25 and their families. We help individuals who are questioning their gender identity or who identify as transgender or non-binary. We help them with their gender journey, thinking through the risks and the benefits of medical intervention, starting medical intervention, and also building supports around.
All right, so y'all heard that, honey. If you ask me, baby, it's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Like, that's where we at in this world. Everything is about the Benjamins and everything is about the dollar sign. Now, y'all gonna make sure y'all create a program to help people at 3 years old up until 25 to help understand their gender and medical and all that stuff. But you can't help cancer patients. You can't help diabetic patients. You can't help lupus patients. You can't help asthmatic patients. It's so many. Come on, heart disease. It's so many things out here that people are dealing with on a daily day basis, and y'all can't help them with that.
You can't help people with food and housing.
Exactly.
A living wage.
Exactly.
But my question is, nonetheless, my question still remains. What does a 3-year-old know about gender that hasn't been taught to them?
Child, it's a sad situation.
All the way around. Because if you are truly leading these children on paths that they are truly not their own, that's your agenda. It's not anyone else's agenda except these parents. And sometimes I really think it's because a lot of these parents do these things, and I don't mean no harm. However, I'm gonna say what I want to say because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
A lot of these parents do these things to get on, to get money, to be seen, for clout, to be on TV, and at what sacrifice? Because more often than not, these kids are not in spaces that they actually want to be in. They're doing things to help their mom, to help their dad. Well, we got to pay these bills. We need this and other. And that's the things they put in these kids' brain, which makes them even more susceptible. What is the word that I'm looking for? They're just more susceptible to all kinds of things.
Well, that kind of reminds me of the story of the mother that kept her child sick and then her child ended up unaliving her.
Yes.
That kind of reminds me of that.
Yes. That woman had Munchausen's.
I'm talking about she was getting plenty of money and free trips to Disney World. I mean, it was a lot of things that she was getting.
Yes, because her daughter was so sick.
And then, Lord bless it, I ain't laughing at her, but she met a boy, and baby, old puberty jumped in and said, "Hey, I like a boy, and Mom, I'm tired of being sick, baby." And they took that poor woman out the game.
Gypsy. Wasn't her name Gypsy?
Yes, child, that's it. Gypsy, baby.
Amen.
Yes, Gypsy had enough, baby.
But that's what happens to these kids, like a lot. Like, and remember this other story. There was another story. This woman, her daughter had leukemia, and they could not find a match for her daughter. She got pregnant and had a baby just to get her daughter bone marrow. Like, that's the only reason that baby was born. The only reason she was conceived was so that she could be a donor for her sister. How do you put that kind of stuff on that? How?
Baby, ooh, that's wild.
Yes.
That's wild.
There's some
That's
crazy.
wild.
Yes.
Veronica said, right, they have stopped Dr. Sebi with the cure for cancer, but these white folk are always trying to do too much. Plus, TV has been introducing too much stuff to the children, honey. Yes, it has, honey. And you know exactly what to say. Go ahead, Sunshine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I will say this. I am a mother. I have 4 children, 24, 16, 11, and 10. And I, as a mother, have never allowed television to override who I am as a mother, what I say as a mother, what I find appropriate, what I deem appropriate for my kids to and not to watch, because that's what I instill in my children. Parents need to take responsibility for their inaction in their child's life. You have to stop being the parent that you think you need to be and actually be the parent your child really needs. That way, the TV can't raise your kids. That way, the streets can't raise your kids. That way, Tim around the corner can't raise your sons and your daughters to be thugging and bugging and whoring and sloring. You know what I'm saying? You have to be an effective parent. I had my daughter was 17 years old. She is 24. No children. No drinking, no drugging. She's been working. She was 13 years old. She's about to be a nurse. It's about how you, as a parent, actually raise your child. Not the TV, not these games, not this rap music, none of that. It's about you as a parent. Now, I apologize.
Well, it's the truth. And you know, I'm glad that you are speaking from a mother's perspective because these things are all true. I sit back and I analyze some children and their conditions and their situations and the things that they're around. And I come to realize that if they had a chance because they were born into a chance of no chances. If somebody would have took time out and spent time with them and helped them understand and showed them a different way, they would have went in a different direction.
Exactly.
Like when they get out from up under you, they already up under a lot, y'all. Let's be real. It's a lot being black in America. Let's just be real. You have to press on, honey. You have to put God first, and you just have to move forward in what you're doing in life. You cannot equate everything to the white man. This is what they're doing, because that's what's going to keep you compressed and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, there's power in you. There's greatness in you. We all have greatness and power in us, but we have to unlearn all of that slave mentality and move forward.
Unpack it. And yes,
Unpack it, honey.
TV and video games are raising children whose parents are not raising them.
Yes.
My children really did not know what television was until the pandemic hit, because I don't raise them inside kids. My
Yes.
kids do not own video games. Ain't no PlayStations, ain't no Game Boys, ain't no DSs, ain't none of them. You know what my kids play with? The outside. So my kids don't have time for that. We're going to parks, we're going to museums, we're going here, we're going there, we're becoming culture, we're doing things together outside. So the dumb box don't make my babies dummies.
Right, because that's exactly what they're doing. If you didn't know, and we're going to share this a little bit with y'all, we're finna get ready to wrap it up. But in this world, they are basically programming you. This is what you're supposed to do. Wake up, get ready, go to work, come home, eat, go to sleep, wake back up, go to work, come back home, eat, sleep, wake up. I mean, it's an ongoing story, honey. You don't never have time to look and smell flowers, think for yourself or anything like that. So, yeah, we got to unprogram all that stuff.
Yes.
Look, I think it is a great thing to work a job. Work, baby, because that's the way you got to eat. But don't get so consumed in a life where you don't raise your children, you don't talk to them, you don't see them, you don't have time for them. Like, it's almost impossible. But, baby, it can be done. I promise you it can. Because, and that's another thing that me and Sunshyne and some others are working on. We're working on some outreach programs for us, because we need outreach programs for us. We know what we be facing in society. They don't know what we be facing in society. We need real life situations that pertain to us.
Yes. Because I can't go to a other and tell them my black problems, but my black children's, and they gonna understand.
Exactly. You're right, Veronica. We are gods. We gods and goddess, baby. And you want to talk about being created in God's image. Don't get me started on it, okay?
Because I can go there too now.
Yes, kids aren't kids. They are stuck in the house. And it's time. And if they are stuck in the house, make them read a book. Make them recite a poem. Make them learn something about our Black history. Like, everything don't have to be, go in there and watch TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that children be needing, I know not children, but parents need a break from their kids. I understand that. But when you send them off to that break, give them an activity. Make them do a report on a Black inventor and let them come back to you and read it.
You know what the best break is as a mother I had? When I took my kids to the park and they ran off all their energy.
I ain't lying.
Weren't dirty when they came in the house. Y'all ain't played good enough. You're gonna go back outside because y'all gonna go to bed. That's y'all. Take them outside. When you take your kids outside and you go outside with them, you don't know the memories you create, the bonds that you make. It's a simple. Listen, I was raised in a 2-parent household, and I never saw them. My granny raised me. My cousins and my aunties and my parents were always at work. And as I grew up, I was so disheartened by the fact that I did not get to spend as much time with my parents as I could, although I had both of them. They still married today. I spend as much time with my children as I can. I play with my kids. I walk in the grass with my kids. I learn with my kids. Do things with your children. Make those things. Create those bonds, because when you do that, you make for better children, because it sets them in with who they are as people.
Yes.
Showing them their first love, their first guide, their first everything as a child is you, their mother, their father. When
Yes.
you show them the love that they need and not the love that you want to give, you raise different children. I am 4 different mothers to all my kids. Really, you have to be the mother or the father that your child needs. Grow with your children. And
Mm-hmm.
grow, learn as they learn something new. Who knows about Mansa Musa? Do we?
I can't wait till they put that movie out or they get started on. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't
It's gonna
wait.
be and shout out to Quail. I see you, Quail. Quail is in the building supporting us.
Hey, Quell. Hi there, hi there, hi there.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
And
so serious.
and let me see, because some of the comments, Quail said that's right, and then my mama came in and said you are right, Sunshine.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Listen, if it's one thing I take wholehearted pride in, is being a mother. That's the one thing I do take great pride in. I take great pride in how I rear my children. And I said rear my children. I meant what I said. I rear my children. I raise mine. I raise proper children. I have yes ma'am, no ma'am children. I don't play with mine. I say no thank you and they stop. I don't care what they're doing. They just stop because they know I am their mama and I come first. But I say goes. And it's not just because I said so. That don't work. You have to really sit and talk to these children so that they have an understanding of why things are appropriate, why things are inappropriate. They have to understand why you should do this way, not this one way. You have to teach your children that the way they treat their siblings is the way they teach the world to treat their siblings. So they have to treat them like they're the most precious thing in the world to themselves. So that the world treats them a particular way. And in turn, you have to treat your child in the way the world should treat them. My children are precious. They're the most precious thing that was ever given to me. And I treat them as such, and I rear them as such. I'm not raising perfect children. I just want children to be raised better than I was, to be better people than I ever could be. That's how I rear mine.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I apologize. But my babies, that's something different.
Yes. Well, before we go, we want to give a shout out to the company that pays all the bills.
Thank you, boss.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end the program. But before we end the program, y'all know we got some what? Words of encouragement. Yes, yes, yes. So with
I think
that
we
being
can give
said,
words all night, girl. We been
yeah,
giving words all night.
yeah. Now we've been definitely giving out some jewels tonight. Now we definitely been doing that.
Dropping them.
We've been dropping the jewels now, and sometimes we go off on a little tangent,
We do. We
and
always go back.
but we round it on back in and we bring it back to where it needs to be.
Yes, yes.
Now, so at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that we give substance in our program that we're presenting to the people. Like, yes, we give celebrity gossip and news, but baby, that ain't all we do. We talk about life lessons and things that's affecting the community as well.
Yes.
So that is definitely one of the things. And let me pull it up. I got something that I want to share um, that I actually put out in 2017.
So sharing is caring.
Yes, because sharing is caring. But give me a second. Let me pull it up. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm always, just having thoughts that I want to share with the people to help them do better. Like, I just want to see how people do better overall. And because I know we can. I know we can.
Because we've done it before.
Oh, yeah.
Again, and again,
Yeah.
and again, and again.
Yeah. We have been like, we definitely have been a striving community. Now I'm not gonna get out into it, but y'all know, like I know that there's a lot of things that have been taken away from us, so we don't really have, that power like we supposed to have, or we don't have that community togetherness because we have had communities where we owned banks and all type of stuff. So, we had our own everything. We had libraries, whatever you could think of, we had it.
Yes. Libraries, banks, schools, hospitals, all of that.
Yeah. So, hold on. Let me pull it up, Sunshine. I'm getting it. Okay. I found it. So let me pull this up right quick. And you're welcome to follow me on Facebook. I like to give encouraging words. I like to motivate people. So in this post, I said, all right, here it is. It's from 5 years ago. It said, I would like to motivate everyone on my timeline to increase the peace, whether it is through your attitude or just by forgiving someone today. Give yourself that peace. I didn't say lick anyone's boots. Simply be the bigger person, uplift that burden off of your soul because the time is now. Half of the battles we face, we bring them on ourselves. Stop looking for fault and uplift through prayer and words of encouragement. If someone has wronged you, forgive them and let go. Proceeding to the next step, you will be rewarded with a clear mind, body, and soul. Be infectious with smiles and uplifting spirits. Have a blessed day. Okay? So that's my words of encouragement tonight. I also want to give y'all a little bit of this.
Where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside. Now there ain't nothing man go through God can't put right. Y'all need to come on down to the Breath of Life Full Gospel Baptist Tabernacle. Cause we at where the what? Where the blessings reside.
Where the blessings reside. Where the blessings reside.
We go where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside.
Where the blessings reside. All right, y'all. I love it. I want to be where the blessings reside, baby.
My words of encouragement are that I am going to find the movie Winnie the Pooh of Blood and Honey. You understand me? I'm going to find this movie, y'all. And I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to tell y'all how bad it is. Because every time I see Winnie the Pooh, I think about this movie. And I must see it. Yes.
And you know what? And I'm going to help you find that movie too. Okay?
Yes.
And
it messed with my soul. It messed with my soul, Jason. So
I see. Well, Miss Veronica, we thank you so much for coming through tonight. She said, well, I love y'all and you have a good night. Maddie's godmama is about to hit this bed. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Like, you hung out with us all night long. We definitely appreciate that. So we got Madeline came through. She said, hey. All right. And then once again, my mama done came through, and let's not forget she gave us a nice, cute donation. We appreciate that.
Yes.
We gave you a shout out on the last show, and you wasn't here, but we'll give you another one. We appreciate you. We sure do.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly. And with that being said, if you have a dream, make sure you follow it. Don't be afraid. Step out on faith, baby. I'm talking about faith to do some things for you that you won't believe.
So will.
All right. And y'all have a blessed night. Make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday. Talk About Tuesday with your girl, B. Brown the Revolutionary, and
Sunshyne La Reina.
Yes. All right. Y'all have a good night. Millionaire Pending. We will see y'all next Tuesday.
Night. Be safe. Remain healthy.